Greetings, everyone. Over the last week, we have seen social media on fire over a topic that is as old as time. I think if you're from Jamaica, 90 something percent of individuals would have had the experience or come close to having the experience as a female to be exploited, to find themselves in that close experience, as I said, or actual experience of dealing with men who don't have boundaries, and boundaries, whether it be physical, emotional, psychological, or sexual. And unfortunately, young people, both male and female, suffer at the hands of people they should be able to trust. I have my own confession here, and it's something that I've lived with and always go back to say, could I have done more? Did I handle it the right way? So some of you would have heard the story of my form student at 11 years old come to me, and she gave me a note and said that she wanted to harm herself. And I called her into my room and I said to her, if you don't tell me what's going on, I'm going to call the police. You don't want to tell me? You're going to have to tell the cops because something is happening. And she confessed that her mother sent her to live with her godfather, and his 19-year-old was coming in her room and doing things to her. I was so disturbed by it. I immediately reported it to the guidance counselor, who said she was going to act according to the protocols and the rules. But I didn't leave that with her. I called the mom and I said I needed to speak to her, and it was a matter of life and death. When the time came for the meeting, she did not show up and she did not call. And when I asked her child, she said her mom said she doesn't have time for foolishness. It was very close to the time when I was leaving, and I relied on the guidance counselor to do a follow-up. And it's so heartbreaking because a year later, when I went to visit, I heard she dropped out of school because she was pregnant. That boy, that 19-year-old, continued to bother that 11-year-old until that was resolved. And I have so many times, and I'm like, she reached out to me. She might not have told me exactly why she was saying that in her letter, but she was crying out for help, and I feel like I failed her, even though I took steps. But people don't take these things very seriously. They don't take them as serious as they should. Even sometimes the court system, when you look and see these people are called repeat offenders in this area, it's just very sad. I'm just making this video just to honor all the individuals who reached out to me to say, you know what, no one listened to me, no one wanted to believe. This is not about the story that is unfolding, because I've already stated that we can always go on what we see on the surface. There's always a lot more behind the scenes. Just like how we see the glamour and the glitz and the fancy life and the happiness and the perfect marriage, it's not always like that behind the scene. People sell you a story, sell you a lifestyle, and we buy into it because sometimes we want to live vicariously through other people. It's not about this couple, because we don't really want to bring that up anymore. But for those who have suffered the same things that this person is accused of, so many young people, so many adults in their 50s still have memories and never had a chance to tell their story. So for those of you who have confided in me and share your story with me, some of it is so sad, it's so heartbreaking. It's like, really, when a young person, or a woman for that matter, go through these things, people don't understand. It's a sentence. It's like a life sentence. And lots of persons don't go for therapy. It is well needed. It's very necessary in our Jamaican space. And I have another story to share, a very personal one. Jamaica is a predator's paradise, and I can share a story that is very personal to me. When you're in Jamaica and you're a girl, you're not safe. Not in the household. You're not safe in the road. You're not safe in school. You're not safe in the church. And it's not just Jamaica. Women in a whole, girls are not valued around the world. You see the things that happen. These are common stories, and so as women, we have to stick together. We have to support one another, and we have to, think carefully before we attack people's character, because we don't know their experiences of the past. Stay blessed, everyone.